year, a resolution describing the dates, times, and locations of all regular meetings of the commission. This meeting is one of the meetings listed in such resolution, and copies of the resolution are prior to January 10th, filed with the borough clerk. Good evening, everyone. Will Holly get back to her spot? She's on double duty and broadcasting us out tonight as well. So I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of April 4 and May 2.
Thank you.
Second.
And a motion to file the following report, CFO, tax collector, municipal court.
Second.
Second, public ordinances. We have the second reading of public hearing.
We're going to do a recognition, huh? Right?
Oh, yes, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it's okay.
I'm just moving this along.
Just read things down. You're doing a good job. Pretty good. Skip over chunks. You want? Why don't you take it away?
Yeah, so we're dead. You're here somewhere, right? So there you are. Hey, how are you? I guess you're going to talk to us a little bit. If anyone doesn't know, obviously, Odyssey of the Mind is a fantastic program within our rec program, but it's really a community-led program. And anyone that's done Odyssey of the Mind knows just how much work parents have to do, the supporters have to do, and our kids have to do. And in and of itself, Odyssey of the Mind is a fantastic opportunity to work with other kids and sort of explore your creativity, your problem-solving skills, and technical skill, all a bunch of stuff. It's really just a great program. We are now in our what year? 10th year. 10th year. And so that's a fantastic thing. And you have some good news to share with us, right?
Yeah, so Congressman is sent year the Congressman Odyssey of the Mind program, which is founded by Ken Elmendorfer this year somewhere. And we had 8 teams competing throughout New Jersey. 4 teams qualified for the World Finals, having the most teams we've ever had for the World Finals, and all 8 qualified for the State Finals in New Jersey. And we had some of our highest finishes we've ever had for the program. So 5th in the world, 10th in the world, 11th in the world, 24th in the world. These are teams and cons that are going up against really great competitive teams all around the world. California, New York, Spain, South Korea, Poland, all these things that come really around the world to do with Odyssey of the Mind. It's a really great program, and I talk about this all the time. It is a niche, serves a niche need in our community for kids that don't really fit for sports, don't need the, maybe they don't get the lead to play, maybe they don't do that, they can make their own 8-minute sketch with their friends, put it on and show it from the world. We succeed in 8 teams all over.
And so you have a lot of folks here.
Yeah, anyone who's done Odyssey, this program, stand up.
All right. One of the Odyssey projects is getting Lewandowski out of the wires.
Me and microphones, they work out really, really. Oh my gosh, I'm really scared right now. So why don't we get all of our participants up here? Because John, you want to get a photo of this. People want to know who you are. So come on up here. We're gonna put you along here. Somebody help our fish. Oh my goodness, thank you.
Thanks so much.
So
Here, we got a little something. Go ahead.
So the dirty little secret is we knew it was the 10th-year anniversary. And we know that because we have special commemorative Odyssey of the Mind 10th anniversary tokens for all of our students here. So way of saying congratulations and thanks, and we'll hand those out real quick. Who does the needs? Back row, we got? Right there. I have extras, so when we get up to the things. So what are we gonna do? You want to kind of ready? We're gonna march this way. Ready? Walk this way. No, don't walk that way. Walk that way. All right, we're gonna come over here. You'll go over there. So we're gonna face that computer and our fantastic photographers coming towards me. Come on, we're gonna get them all in here.
Might have to do two panels.
Better shoot wide, I got your eyes
Right.
cut off.
I have to do two panels.
Yeah, and can I just echo what Rob had to say, that the parents and friends and coaches and folks in town who help give us space for them to do these rehearsals on, just a whole lot of people involved to make this work. I just want to thank them all. I can't believe it's been 10 years, but go pretty quick. So thank you all. Thanks you guys.
Good job, everybody.
You don't have to. Okay.
Did you hear that? You don't have to stay for the rest of the
Okay, but we need to move from the front there. Now we don't go. Unless there's some kind of mechanics. All right. Thanks so much. All right, go ahead, Holly.
Okay, we have the second reading and public hearing of ordinance 1740, amending chapter 293 of the Borough Code, various fees.
So these are some changes within fire code that have been requested by the state fire enforcement. Jeffrey, what's the right? Division of Fire Safety. The Division of Fire Safety, yep. Just simply clarifying some language, not changing fees, that's all. This is the public hearing on that ordinance. Anyone like to bring anything before the commission for that? Okay, Al?
Mayor Bailey,
Yes.
Commissioner Lewandowski,
Yes.
Commissioner Robinson. Yes. Sorry, I'm looking at.
I was worried that you forgot names
No,
there.
no,
for a
no,
second.
no,
Go ahead.
I'm looking what I have in front of me. So, first reading of ordinance 1741, zoning board fees.
So this is adjusting a number of application fees. They haven't been revised in like 40 years for the most part. Public hearing on these ordinances will be at our meeting on August the 4th. So we have public hearing on those on August 4th. Huh?
Mayor Bailey.
Yes.
Commissioner Lewandowski.
Yes.
Commissioner Robinson. Yes. We have the first reading of ordinance 1742, amending 293-61 of the Borough Code, parking.
Kevin, this is Ogden.
It's Ogden, it's Washington, and it is,
Permit only stuff too. So yeah, so it's making, so this is making, I'm sorry. Oh, this one's just Ogden. This is just 1740. Well, this is 1742.
Okay, so that's a first reading. That's the second.
Right.
Gotcha, okay.
So this is making changes with respect to Ogden parking on one side or the other street. It's correcting. We had taken some steps that were, they weren't clear, so we were revising that. It also is doing on a couple blocks off of Hatton, doing permit only parking, which we have for a number of streets we've done, just to help residents that first block be able to find a parking space. Public hearing on those, on this ordinance will also be at the August 4 meeting. Huh?
Mayor Bailey.
Yes.
Commissioner Lewandowski.
Yes.
Commissioner Robinson. Yes. I'm gonna pedal back a minute. I think I have a typo on here for 1740. That should not have been various fees. That is actually vehicles and traffic, and that is the first Ogden Avenue
Okay.
parking lot. So that's where I made my mistake. So,
Got
can I go hold that one again
Yes, please.
for
Go right ahead.
1740
You got it.
parking? Mayor Bailey,
Yes.
Commissioner Lewandowski,
Yes.
Commissioner Robinson. Yes. Okay, and then we have the first reading of 1743, amending section 163 of the Borough Code, fire prevention.
And this is the business use group. This is the introduction of the language changes we've been requested from the State Division of Fire Safety. So that public hearing will be on August 4th.
Mayor Bailey,
Yes.
Commissioner Lewandowski.
Yes.
Commissioner Robinson. Yes.
All right, we're going to open up for any public comment on the resolutions that are on the agenda at the end of the night. Once we get through this official business, it's open season. You can talk about whatever you'd like. Right now, we're just asking for comments on any of the items on the agenda, on the rest of the agenda. Anybody have anything?
Does it include the Koningswood Business Improvement District?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's on the agenda. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I haven't really. I was a little
but you
late.
gotta give your name and address for the record.
Lim Street, 22 Preston Terrace.
Yep.
I was just want, I haven't really prepared that well, that's a little bit my mistake.
What was
I
that?
haven't really prepared it that well, so it's a little bit
Okay.
my mistake.
Good
I was
holiday
kind of
weekend.
wondering, the income, where does the assessments, et cetera, come from? Is that from tax money or is that from another source or?
So, no, the Business Improvement District has been funded for 25 years now. It is a special assessment on business properties within town. And that goes into a separate fund. That separate fund is used to do some improvements in the business districts. We're just wrapping up a round of facade grants for some of the businesses. It helps run all the events on Haddon Ave. It helps plant the flowers, water the flowers, crossing guards. In the evening, we do some evenings. It kind of does everything. It does everything.
Okay, so-
It does advertising. So it's been in existence for 20, 25 years now. And it is, this year, the budget is the same as it was last year.
Okay, so it's basically funded by the businesses.
Businesses fund this, yes. A
Indirectly.
special
Okay.
fund set up to help promote the business district.
Bids
Okay.
aren't unique to here. Bids were really set up originally to sort of counteract malls and how they marketed themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it was really downtowns realized that they needed to sort of pool their resources together to work on things similar to, other organizations were doing.
No, because in Europe where I come from, it's usually the business organizations who organize that stuff and they get some support from the government, and here it seems to be.
Well, no,
government-owned.
well, but actually going back, we had a business association that was doing that on their own. And they came to the borough and asked us to utilize the law
Okay.
just a state law that had been adopted. That basically got everyone, all businesses now are part of the business association.
Okay. Okay, no, it was just a clarification.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, anyone else about agenda items only? Anyone? Okay. Al?
Okay, we got, on resolutions appointing Dominic Urzillo as full-time police officer for the borough of Collinswood. Police
Yeah.
Department.
Yes. Dominic,
Coming up.
come on up. That's us. Come on, everybody else. Everybody up. Step up. Come up.
Yeah, you gotta help.
Get up here. Come up here. Come up. Okay? Handle the Bible, left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Dominic Urzillo,
Solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United
and the
States
Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments
and to the government
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties as police officer for the Borough of Collinswood Police Department.
all the duties as police officer for the borough of Collinswood
Police Department,
Police Department,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best.
So help me God.
So,
Welcome aboard.
Let's take a photo. Photo. Get the picture. Great. Thank you.
Congratulations. Like we did with the Odyssey, you're welcome to stay for the meeting, you do not have to stay. Grab it, grab it. Congrats. Okay, Hal.
Appointing Kevin Dugan as SLEO Class 2 Officer for the Borough of Collinswood Police Department.
Are we doing, Kevin, are we doing it? There's no swearing. You're saying we're just appointing to move him from one. Okay.
Yes.
You got it. Yes.
Yes.
Kevin, congratulations.
Appointing Henry Smith III as interim electrical inspector.
Yes.
We have a second reading and public hearing of the 2022 Collinswood Business Improvement District budget.
So this is the public hearing on the Business Improvement District budget. If there's anyone here that'd like to bring anything before the commission based on that budget, this is your opportunity to do so. Okay, Hal?
I'm going to do roll call. Mayor Maley.
Yes.
Commissioner Lewandowski.
Yes.
Mr. Robinson. Yes. Authorizing a shared service agreement with Camden County for recycling disposal.
Yes.
Yes.
Authorizing grant application for the 2022 American Rescue Plan firefighter grant.
Yes.
Yes. That's $75,000. It's gonna go for firefighting equipment. Is that correct?
Yes.
It's great. Well,
Authorizing
Go ahead.
to amend the agreement with the Merchantville Pennsauken Water Commission.
So a few years ago, we entered into a shared service with the Merchantville Pennsauken Water Commission, where they worked with us and kind of took over operations of our water plant while we went through a bit of a transition with our personnel. Let's say we had, they were very intensely operating and running our equipment with also providing their expertise on what changes should be made in terms of our operating systems. That all of this with the goal to wean off and kind of reduce our dependence on them. And this is the first step in that, which is it's a little bit of a transition. Through Kevin, Kerry, while he was doing it, Steve DiUrio, we've transitioned in where our water system has had a number of upgrades, and we're kind of just backing off a little bit of the help on the operating. We're still relying on them for some help, and we've kind of reduced it back a little bit. That's the amendment we're making, just simply reducing the amount we're paying to them, the services we're receiving. Okay. Yes.
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 Approval of the payment due from national opiate litigation.
So this is, well, as it says, a national litigation class action. I think it's like $20,000. It's $11,000. We're getting in. It has to be used for programming to help reduce the use of opiates and overdoses and really all drug-related offenses. Probably be administered through the police department one way or the other. Okay. Yes.
Yes. Requesting approval of items of revenue and appropriations for the 2022 Clean Communities Grant Program.
So we have to do this whenever we're getting free money in. This is a grant from the state, and it's simply setting up a budget line item to receive it. Yes.
Yes.
Authorizing settlement of tax appeal for property located at 445 White Horse Pike, identified as Block 140, Lot 5.
Yes.
Yes.
Authorizing the renewal of a contract with the Collinswood Board of Education for janitorial
This
services.
is just a shared service with the school board for janitorial. Yeah.
Yes.
And approving the payment of bills as presented by the treasurer.
Yes.
Okay.
Commissioner Robinson?
Thinking about business owners in town in July, having been a business owner in town in July, don't forget our downtown through all the summer fun and vacations. You need gifts if you are dining out, gift cards. It's a tough time to be on the avenue.
Commissioner Lewandowski?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. A couple things. First of all, thank you to all of the borough staff, police, fire for a great Independence Day celebration, starting early in the morning with the bike parade with the kids, American Legion, the Table Shields Post, American Legion providing free ice cream to everyone. Just a fantastic day leading into Roberts Pool and all the events and raft races and good stuff happened there. And then, of course, in the evening, and special thanks especially goes to our public safety folks, while we're all looking up at the fireworks, they're looking around the neighborhood to make sure that everything's safe, that there's no, embers anywhere, and very grateful to them, to Public Works, for everything they did to make it a great day. The other thing, just want to really plug our library summer reading programs. It is, it's an amazing thing that we have in this town, summer reading programs that start from age 3 to now. There's actually even an adult summer reading program, and really working in coordination with the school, finding age-appropriate books. They actually have, extra copies of required reading books, not just the Collingswood schools, Woodland schools, the VOTEC schools, and it's one of those services that we try to connect it and make it enjoyable. There's incentives, and it's actually fantastic, and it's the little library that not only could but does, and really grateful for all they do. So that's all I got.
Okay, I want to thank everyone for the 4th of July, greatest fireworks we ever had, and just cautionary with everyone to, from a health standpoint, just be careful. COVID numbers are climbing again. We've got a few people in the borough that aren't in today because of exposures or because they tested positive. So countywide, our numbers are growing a little bit. So just be a little careful, try to follow protocols today. No need to panic, but just be very, very mindful of it. Okay, I'm gonna open up the floor. Anyone want to bring anything before the commission? This is your opportunity to do so. Yes.
Go ahead.
No, you go right ahead.
My name is Elizabeth Gould. I'm really nervous.
Don't be. All the cops are gone.
I'm not. I live in Parkview,
Uh-huh.
Davidville, and I'm gonna get upset. So everyone asked me to speak for them because I'm the only one who really found out about coming to this meeting. So this is actually for Ms. Robinson. I was watching the video from when you guys did you confirmed the sale, and then you were speaking about the fines and the punishments and things like that. That's what they're doing. So, I'm sorry.
You're doing great.
I work full-time. I work full-time. I have a real job. I don't have no government assistance or any of that. I'm an assistant department manager at Nordstrom for fulfillment, so all your online orders are good. But anyway, it started in May for me. I went down to the office, spoke with Jessica about new carpeting. I've been there 7 years, so I asked for new carpeting, and I told her, I said, no disrespect, this is not Berber carpet, this is low grade commercial apartment carpeting, and it's spraying, and the more I shampoo, the more vacuum, the worse it's getting. So she was like, oh, put your orders in, your maintenance orders online. Went up to my apartment, submitted them. Not even an hour later, I asked for whole new blinds, not just replacement slats, because they went and replaced them, they take them from other apartments, so they're like this in your window. 7 years, new blinds, please. So anyway, they canceled the blinds. They completed the carpet work order on my maintenance request in the portal. So of course, I go back downstairs, ask to speak to Jessica. She's locked away on a conference call with corporate, she's always locked away. So I wait. I said, well, I'll just wait. So I sat there and I waited. So the young man came out and he resubmitted the work order for me, and he did it as a turnover because I actually had just renewed my lease for another year, which took place. Started this month. So before I even submitted it, Jessica was like, oh, if you want, you can apply for another renovated apartment. And I'm like, well, no, I just renewed my lease. And she was like, oh, it doesn't matter. You can apply and get it to one of the new renovated ones. Why would I do that? More money. So anyway, needless to say, the guy said he did the turnover in the portal. I'm sorry it's taking so long, but this is real. This is our life, So Levi called me, the carpet guy, and he was like, you've been there 7 years. You just renewed your lease. You should be able to get new carpet. I'm submitting. He calls, this is like 8 in the morning the next day. He calls me at 3 that afternoon, Premier denied it. Okay, there's nothing else I can do. So I go back in the portal. This is my second request for the carpeting and the blinds, but really not about the blinds now, it's about carpet. And it's about principle, because I'm never late, I pay you guys on time, all right, so that's different. So I was like, all right, next thing I know, after I submitted my second request, couple days later, this is the end of May, couple days later, can I get this?
Yeah, sure.
Please? This is what I did I'm not the owner, from their lawyer, certified and regular. That's not true. So it just says damages. It doesn't say what it's for, nothing. I mean, it doesn't, but on the portal, they added a $200 fine and it just says damages. So I'm like, well, maybe they're charging me
So
$200.
it's saying there's trash in the trash
Trash in the
disposed of
hallway, in the hallway.
somewhere other than,
Right, so before I received the letter, I went to the portal, because I seen $200 damages. Then the next thing you know, I'm at work and the post office, you can see what mail's coming to your house, and I just see cease and from them, so I'm at work, I'm panicking, trying to get the so anyway, I come home, that's there. So I go down to Jessica, and I'm like, Jessica, if you have this, then you need to show me that it's me. You just can't extort $200 with nothing. So she was like, email us, we'll have whoever the camera people are, send the information to them, blah, 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 and she'll send it to me. So this is what I emailed her.
did you get anything back?
It's on the next,
Oh.
Danielle, who is from their other office.
Right.
That's what she sent me back. It's pretty much the same. Just know we have it. Give us our money or you'll go before a judge.
Okay.
That's extortion.
So Jeffrey, if we could connect you with Jeff Joyce is our fire chief. He also is in charge of their department runs housing enforcement there, okay? If you could go over this with him, this is basically and we know that there's been a number of violations for trash in the hallway, which I have to tell you, there's two sides, okay? Because
I
it's been,
respect it.
it's been a big issue there about
Oh,
people
yeah.
putting their trash out in the hallways. So what this does is it just says, first it starts off with a cease and desist from an attorney, but then the response with, we have video is just, we have video, but it's not sharing, okay? So so Jeffrey is the gentleman far back, blue shirt, right? You talk with Jeffrey, I took your unit number off with that stuff, but get the information and we'll go over it with them and find out what's going on. Are there any other issues beyond this?
For me,
Yeah.
my biggest fear is because I know it hasn't been said, they're not gonna offer to renew my lease. So, oh my.
Well, they just did, right? You just
I'm
re-upped.
talking about again.
Okay, but you
But
just
I did that
re-upped.
2 months ago, but I'm saying at the end of this lease, I know they're not gonna offer to renew my lease. Because they wanna flip it, as they say, turn over. But I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, so when I go back to my portal, they wipe my whole maintenance clear. And the maintenance requests were from when I first started, lived there 7 years ago.
Right.
So now the only one that's left is the second, no, they wiped that one off, but something said screenshot it. I screenshotted the last request for the second request for carpet. They wiped the whole portal off, so my thing is, I know they're gonna try to get me for damages for the carpet, because they're not gonna wanna renew my lease, do you understand? But mind you, I have an email Jessica does not know from 2 years ago that I saved, and I asked Jessica for carpet, she told me, you've been there 5 years, you can get carpet. And I said that to her, she was like, oh, that was before COVID. COVID doesn't stop carpet from being, maybe within that time frame, but not now.
Your homework, right, for that, yeah.
No, I wasn't home from work. I
No.
worked, but you said I was home from work?
Well, for pandemic,
No,
like,
I worked all through.
well, for most of us, through the
Yeah, I mean,
pandemic,
yeah,
we're.
You wear through your carpet quicker because.
We're not going out dancing all night, as much, like through all that, right?
Right.
So Jeffrey will speak with you afterward, get your information, and we meet with them on a regular basis, the park people, we'll go over.
And I was gonna ask you, if there any way you can have like just a residence meeting? They were trying to find, this is going, I'm 60, Mrs. Duncan is much older than me, for moving a full-size mattress in the hallway. Mind you, without proof of anything. So to me, I looked up the word extortion. This is extortion.
Okay, so we'll find out. We'll go over with them
I
and
appreciate
you
you
will
so
find
much.
out. Yeah, here, hang on to
They're
that.
copies.
Oh, there's.
Is this the original
It's not
one?
a copy.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
this is
it's
the
not a
original.
copy.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
wanna give us the copy.
You can, why don't you hang,
But I have-
hang on to it? We can make
I
copies.
have copies. I use them. Don't worry about it. John, myself.
You got it. We will follow up.
G-O-U-L-D. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks.
We'll find out.
Thank you for coming.
No problem.
Sharing.
No problem.
I'm sure your neighbors appreciate it too.
Yeah, they asked me. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
So
it's
they
okay.
don't know it wasn't-
Don't worry about it. It's only my mother watching.
That's fine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hi, Robert Nemes, 735 Linwood. I'm here to note for the public record an egregious safety hazard for pedestrians at Dayton Avenue, the Dayton Avenue sidewalk. It's been there for decades. I don't know if you remember talking to me about it.
Yeah.
What
And-
happened?
And there was a temporary fix, but well, explain what you want to explain first, because
Well,
other people
well,
don't
okay,
understand.
okay.
So
You-
other
you-
people
you-
need
you
to
come
hear
up,
what
you
you're
come
saying.
up Dayton Avenue and you cross Atlantic and there's nice curb cuts everywhere and there's nicely painted crosswalks. And you come up the sidewalk and park the car blocking the sidewalk every day. Why is that a parking space?
Yeah.
All you have to do is paint it as not a parking space. And I've been through this with a couple of people, including Steve, who's explained to me that it's probably not that simple. Because he contends that the curb is Patco's.
Yeah, so it's been worked on. We've been through the drill. It's all Patco property, but apparently there was an agreement of some kind done in the 70s that said that the borough could make changes there. So we just got that recently.
Okay.
And we're looking at making some changes on that to try to resolve.
But when you saw the ramp installed, that did no good because every day you walk up there and there's this beautiful
We talked
ramp
about-
under the bumper of a car
Yeah.
every single day.
We talked about ways that we can take away that parking and.
Oh, because I
don't know who put the sidewalk in there, that's
But
crazy.
it's probably before we were
Sidewalk
born,
to
but
nowhere,
yeah.
Right, it
Doesn't make any
predates
sense.
us, but it doesn't make sense how it is.
Okay, and I've
I
been
think we're
driving,
all in agreement on that.
I've been driving this poor man crazy because
No,
my wife tripped there. She's a retired borough employee. Yeah, you know her.
we're working, so we're.
So
we
that's
think
in the
we-
works. And
Think we've
when-
made some progress.
when I take my
We're-
walk Friday, I'm not going to run into the bumper of a car.
Well, I don't know about Friday. We're government. We're not quite that good. I'd go down another block across the street.
The other thing
Well,
is,
soon.
just as a note, I have a lot of experience dealing with the Americans with Disabilities Act. You don't want that to happen here
Yeah, yeah.
because that has to be a curb cut.
Well, okay. All right.
But
No,
if that's
we're gonna look at it.
If that's
We're gonna
Patco's
resolve it.
problem, then it's Patco's.
Yeah.
All right, just so,
We're aware of it.
just so I know,
and
but next month I'll still be
We
here.
think we've made
if,
some progress. That's fine.
Okay,
It's okay.
great,
Thank you.
Yeah,
thanks.
thanks. Anyone else? Yes, sir. Just give us name and address again.
Wim Streets, 22 Question Terrace. I had a question. I noticed that on the observance day of Juneteenth, the borough was just open as usual. I don't really understand why that is.
Well, the borough's open on a lot of holidays that are like otherwise federal holidays as well. A lot, not just that. We're open Veterans Day. There's a lot of other holidays that we're open. And we've really kind of done that mainly because for the retail operation, more that it's when people are off from work. And so that we're available for the employees. They get another day off that they can choose. They can take that day if they want, or they can get another day. So there's a few holidays that we're open that all the other government offices a lot of government offices are closed.
But having been married with an African American, I've also noticed that you also open Martin Luther King Day. And what does that tell to African American and other people of color who live in this town?
Well,
and Veterans Day.
and we're also,
open a lot
like
of
I said,
days.
a lot of other
It's-
holidays.
it's
But I
important to
understand
us that
that you
we're-
are close to Columbus Day, and that is a little weird.
I don't think we are close to Columbus Day. We're
No,
not close to
no,
Columbus
we're not
Day.
close to
No.
Columbus Day. It's important to
We're
understand,
better, yeah.
holidays are important. They're important because they reflect our values, they reflect a lot of things. Governance and being available to the people is important too. And, you know, a lot of our staff don't like us for the fact that we say, we're open for business. And on those snow days, when we say, get into Borough Hall, they're not happy with us.
Oh, I also have to work on snow
Business is
days.
important
Everybody
to
in
us.
in commercial companies works on snow days. At some of these schools that are closed. So,
It's only, and it's been like that for years. For a lot of those other holidays, we've always been open, okay? And we've been open, like I said, for the retail operation, because a lot of other people are off on that day, and that's their day they can come in and do business in the bar.
yeah, but being open or closed on certain holidays also has a certain value on how you what's important and what's not important. Why is President's Day more important than Martin Luther King Day, for instance?
Yeah, listen, I hear you. I hear you. I don't know, so it's all okay if we close for all the holidays,
So because
right?
We're open.
We're also
President's Day.
open President's
We're open
Day.
President's Day.
I think Christmas and the
July
4th of July are the
4th.
only ones you're gonna get, yeah.
Or
I
no,
think.
well,
Memorial and Labor Day.
Memorial and Labor Day.
and there was another question also related to holidays is the fact that yesterday was the 4th of July. I assumed that the trash pickup and the recycle pickup would be on Wednesday in my street instead of on Tuesday. To my big surprise, the recycle came at 8 o'clock in the morning. I heard it coming. I was just thinking
Today.
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
Well, usually I live in a Tuesday street. And for Memorial Day, your website said it was postponed until Wednesday, but not now. It's a little weird, so. that's not
What did
movement.
we, Stephen,
So
what did we tell folks would be this?
So it is a bit complex, we apologize for no other way to do it. The trash company isn't in town on Wednesday, so when we have a Monday holiday, they have the ability to push themselves back to Tuesday, Wednesday. We do not, we can grass, your waste pickup on Wednesday, so put it on the website. Your recycling route will always be on the day it's scheduled for, so we are going, you're not the only one, I would say half the people didn't put it out, so we finished today's route and went back to some of the Monday. We're gonna finish tomorrow's route and go back to some of the Monday.
If you look at the website this weekend, you see what the prospective fines and
I think we can do a
Couldn't
better
find it on the
job. I think we can do a better job of communicating.
Because
it out there. But they are circling back to those areas, so you missed them on Monday, if I'm understanding you correctly, circle back on Tuesday again. So, yes, I think we could and should and will communicate it better. We are making sure that those households weren't affected, so that's why they came back around today.
Because on the website, there's a notice for the Memorial, for after Memorial Day, not for after 4th of July. So,
Because there was no change to,
yeah.
because there was no change to.
Well, there was a change, no, because Monday's, Monday.
To trash it was, but not to. There was the trash.
Recycling too. Or recycling
That
too,
was
so-
Yeah.
back to Monday, it was supposed to be Monday. That's why I said we could have done a better job of communicating it, but that
Okay.
moving forward,
We're
your
working.
Monday, you will always be Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll try and do it better. Labor Day, we'll get
Well,
it
the
better.
regular trash is probably coming tomorrow because it wasn't picked up yet, so.
Regular,
The trash company is behind me, but they told us that Monday's route was gonna be done Tuesdays, Tuesday's route was gonna be done Wednesdays. but they're behind us.
listen, collection of trash is still just a mess, so
Well,
we'll get to it.
in this case, I think it's just a matter of communication, because, and I also noticed half the street was just running outside when they heard the trucks coming. And it was
Yeah,
good that I still work from home, otherwise I would have missed it completely.
It's a mess all over. That's all I can tell you. Towns everywhere are struggling with it.
Thank you.
Anyone else? You don't have to. No, go ahead.
Rich Klingerman, 743 Maple Terrace. There's 4 main streets in Collinswood: Haddon Avenue, Collins Avenue, Park Avenue, and the White Horse Park. That's where the most of the traffic goes through. Right. I noticed on Haddon Avenue, there is a dead tree. I don't know why it's not taken down. The biggest dead tree is right out here in the Memorial Park. By the high speed line there.
Okay, so let us, so Steve DiOrio's here, you can give him, if you send us something in that you need the tree should come down, we'll take a look. I don't know.
I thought maybe the Shade Tree Commission was be doing stuff
They do
like
some-
that.
We have a lot of trees, so if they've missed a couple, you know, you just gotta help them out, just let them know.
Yeah, I mean, and I noticed today, the grass in that little park needs cutting.
It does, it does. It's a lot of spots where we need to do some grass cutting. We have a public works department that has taken on a bunch of trash collection duties and all the grass, and it has rained a bunch, and I know at my house, a whole lot of growing of everything. So we're working on keeping up with it, we're just not quite there.
We have additional seasonal employees.
Yeah, we just added a
It's
few more
a
people.
memorial to the veterans that served this country, and I was one of them.
Thanks. Anybody else? Okay, we're adjourned.
Thanks, everybody.